So in 2005, at that time, Mr. Steve Jobs, CEO of Apple, told that in 2005 that all the Macs from 2006 for the next 10 years are going to have the Intel processors instead of the power processor developed by Apple, IBM, and Motorola. So that happened, but from 2005, from that year, Macs continued to have Intel processors in them, but iPhones and iPads, which Apple made, you obviously know that they didn't tell companies like Snapdragon to design a processor for them and put it inside and customize it for their iPad or iPhone. In fact, they made their own Apple Silicon. Now, over the years, Apple Silicon has been one of the fastest processors in the world, in the smartphone world. And most of the people buy an iPhone just so that they can run the iOS, which is very smooth because of the Apple Silicon. Most of the people switch from Android users to iOS users just because of that buttery smooth Apple Silicon experience. So, Apple Silicon developed a lot of reputation, good reputation. But a Mac still had that Intel processors. Now, actually, what the game here was, almost every laptop in the laptop market had an Intel processor. I mean, sure, there were some laptops with the AMD processors, but most of them were Intel processors. So, there would be no reason you would buy one laptop over the other except the price, right? So that's why companies like Microsoft developed their fancy Surface lineup, a two-in-one convertible laptop, and that's how other companies, Dell, HP, did it. But Apple couldn't do this because if they made their Macs convertible in touchscreen, who would buy their iPads? Who on this earth would buy top of the line iPad Pro when you can get a convertible Mac? So that's that. So why would anyone buy a MacBook or a Mac? No one would, because the price is high. It's not even cheap. The only people who would buy it despite the price was YouTubers for video editing, because see, Macs are pretty good at video editing because of Final Cut Pro. And so in this year, Apple introduced Apple Silicon Mac. So because of the good reputation of Apple Silicon, people will buy the Apple Silicon Macs. So that's that. But why do this? Why not go with the Intel processors instead? Well, that's because even Apple is there in the in the laptop market, competing with HP, Microsoft, Dell, and many others. So they did this because see, Apple Silicon has a very good reputation, and if Apple Silicon becomes faster than the Intel processors, then maybe people would buy the Apple Silicon Macs over a Windows PC, despite whatever the price is. So that's that. But once a person buys a MacBook or a Mac, because of the Apple ecosystem, they would feel like to buy an iPhone. Once they buy an iPhone, because of the ecosystem, they will feel like to buy AirPods. Once they buy AirPods, they will feel like to buy the HomePod, which has Siri. And like that, in a matter of 2-3 years, a person will completely convert himself into an Apple user, which is not a bad thing. I mean, Apple's ecosystem is pretty sweet and clear and nice and neat. So that's good. But that way, if everyone uses an Apple ecosystem, then Apple's main competitor, Samsung, Apple could get rid of Samsung easily, like this, like a snap. And that's their strategy. So their strategy is that you sell a Mac which is better than Windows, people will buy it. Once people buy it, they'll feel like to buy an iPhone. Once they buy iPhone, they'll buy AirPods because they'll feel like. And once they buy AirPods, they'll feel like to buy a HomePod. And just like that, they'll become an Apple user. And then whenever a new Apple product comes, they'll buy that and they'll convert themselves into permanent Apple users. And when they do that, they can get rid of Samsung. That's the strategy. Okay, so from my if you want to check this out in a bit more in detail, I will put the websites, the sources from where I have got this websites in my description. You can go check them out. I will probably upload it. I will probably put the links of my sources 1 or 2 hours after publishing this video. So yeah, that's it. And please enjoy this video because I've put a lot of effort into this. And this took a lot of research. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. But also one more thing. Intel Core i9. Hint. Okay then. Bye and thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Only 16% of my viewers have subscribed. And also please share this video to your tech savvy friends. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Peace. Wow, I'm really sounding like MKBHD.